brother was saying, how much more is it going to be harder for you to stand in that day than it was against just two men speaking to y'all? You know, you can't. That's why y'all's minds are obscured and thinking that y'all actually think yourselves to be something when y'all are nothing. The Most High is coming back, as the brother was saying, because y'all didn't want to hearken to the Most High. Like I said, y'all are impudent and hard-hearted. Y'all didn't even listen to the man, and y'all didn't understand that you got to receive this word through a man, by a man, coming in the right doctrine. But that was the point that, you know, if you can't even take what we say, you know, we're not like the brothers are saying, we don't lay hands on y'all. We don't do nothing. We don't fight y'all. We do spiritually, but we're not out here like beating you up or nothing. But if y'all can't even stand that, how much more when actually Yahweh returns and he's putting that judgment down? He's not just standing back saying the kingdom of God is at hand, repent. You know? That's what you got coming. A power, like it said in Isaiah, it said that, what is it? I have holding my peace, but now I shall cry like a travailing woman and like a man of war. But that was it on that one. Hebrews 10 and 30. For we know him that had said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, said the Lord. I will recompense, said the Lord, and again, the Lord shall judge his people. But that's again another point that the Most High is coming back to put down judgment. The Most High is coming back to stop. If we're reading in Titus and Ezekiel, he's coming back to stop all your people's mouths. He's coming back, going back to Revelations. We were talking about that hour of temptation. That's what he's going to do. He's going to separate the ones who deserve to die and the ones who don't. The elect that don't deserve to die. That's what he's coming back to the unfaithful from the righteous, like it said in Matthew. He's going to cast all the things that offend into the furnace of fire. So that's what you got waiting.
This is Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 28. Verse 27, behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, until there be an end of them. Yet a small number that escape the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand, mine or theirs.
Right, and going back to Habakkuk, what we were speaking about earlier, that's what we're waiting. That's what the saints and the elect are waiting for. We're waiting on these prophecies to just ultimately be fulfilled.
Like it said in Habakkuk, that wait for it shall come. It will not tarry.
Yep. And like I said about that though, y'all people are going to be consumed up. And in that day that want, and it's talking about also in this time, because y'all are those ones who want to sojourn here in spiritual Egypt. Y'all don't want to leave this place. She could just tell you if you read down that y'all say we will not obey. We're not going to obey the word that the Lord has spoken, but go upon our own mindset. Where we and go and sojourn in that land where we shall see no war and see peace and see that the sword. But that's why it said that we're going to see in that day which word shall stand, mine or theirs. We already know that the Most High's word is going to stand. We're just waiting on it now. We got to do our part. Y'all 2/3 got to play your part and just wait it out. Like it says all the other scriptures, like Yahweh said, though I tarry, wait, because I shall surely come. It's not hard to understand. And all the brothers are always speaking about how it's not hard to understand that the Most High is going to come back. He's really returning. Y'all people are just so blinded, so corrupted and filthy that y'all can't even understand that what we're saying is really going to happen. That there's not going to come. There's coming a time very shortly. It's not just going to be talking anymore. The words that we're speaking, like we were talking about in Amos, about how you should seek a man that has the word of the Most High and not find him, you're not going to be seeing me and his brother out sometime soon. If we make it that far, you're not going to be able to see us because you're going to be worried about our own lives, trying to endure to the end for our own lives, our own sake of salvation. And y'all going to be doing what? Running all over the cities crazy. You're not going to be having, like you quoted earlier, that Ephesians to be not carried to and fro from every wind of doctrine. That's what y'all people are going to be doing. Running like chickens with their heads cut off.
Got this. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right. Did y'all hear that though? Did you hear that? That the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night? For all y'all that take it as a joke, the day of the Lord is going to come back like a thief in the night. Meaning you don't know when it's going to come. But we read earlier in Ecclesiasticus that to make no turn to the Lord for your security shall come. And one thing, all you people, all you San Angelonians, whatever you call them, y'all are at your most comfortable, complacent state. Y'all don't even realize it. Y'all know what type of spirituality running through y'all. Y'all know what type of discernment. I was reading the Proverbs earlier, man, about a virtuous woman having no discretion. How that is like a very cruel thing. Y'all like that woman, man. No type of discernment, no type of wisdom, no understanding. Carnal, full carnality, man. But y'all have no type of bone. Like the scripture say, y'all are a valley of dry bones. Y'all are like those, like the brother said, those empty ships.
This is Ecclesiasticus 21:14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth.
There you go. And that's why you 2/3, y'all just gonna be wiped out. We know, man, the Most High when he comes back, he's not gonna spare. He ain't gonna spare and wait for you to try and get a little bit of knowledge again, or to like the scripture say in
talking about Matthew chapter 25 with the 10 virgins, or the 5.
Oh no, it was an actual proverb.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an actual proverb about. It's like it was saying that a woman of honor a woman of honor is like worse than a foolish person that has no discretion, or something like that. Roughly paraphrasing. I can't remember what chapter it was, but y'all are those virgins. Oh, y'all ain't even virgins. Y'all are nasty, man. But y'all are those ones who don't have any oil in y'all. Like the brother just read in Proverbs. Y'all are vessels that can't hold no water. Y'all got a bunch of cracks in y'all. You know that they say that saying they always have. It goes through. That my words just went through one ear and out the other. That's how y'all are, man.
This truth just goes through y'all. It don't remain. It don't bear fruit. I got this other one real quick. This is Jeremiah, chapter 2, Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water.
There you go. Because you like I said in Isaiah 30, y'all made those vessels out of another spirit.
Tempered mortar.
Yeah, that's in Ezekiel 13. Yep. And it even tells you in Ezekiel 13 that say to the people that dog with the untempered mortar, and it shall fall. Y'all have a temporal thing on y'all. Not even that, a wicked thing on y'all. And like I always talk about the prophets, how they healed the people slightly. That's all it is, man. Y'all just been healed for a minute, but it's a fake. It's fake. It's not there. It's not real. But those are those vessels that y'all made yourselves, and they're gonna break because the scriptures tell you, man. Like the brother just read in Jeremiah 44. Let's see whose words shall stand behind theirs. I don't know. Whoever's higher is gonna win. The Most High.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 21. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory?
Right, and you know what? What is a person, if you don't like something you see, how you created it, or it's already, you made it, but you don't like it, what do you do with it? You throw it away. That's the most easiest thing to understand ever in society today. If you don't like something, you always throw it away. Or if you're done with it, you throw it away. Or like a blacksmith, a person who creates things, like a potter.
Like, well, for example, your cell phone, if it ain't working right, what do? You fucking get rid of it. You get something better that works. You send it back in, whatever. You may not even want to deal with that company anymore, that's particular type of cell phone. Because it's always giving you problems. It ain't doing what it's supposed to do, you know, although it's just a temporal thing, you know, a worldly item, but to give you people a sense of understanding, you know, that's what the Lord would do. He would speak about earthly things. He wouldn't speak heavenly things because you can't understand it. You can't understand those earthly parables, earthly stories that have deeper understanding. You can never understand heavenly things, man.
But that's another thing too, man, is the Most High will always, like he was saying, he was always speaking to us. Well, like we were saying in 2 Corinthians, that we use great plainness of speech. The Most High was always speaking to everybody plainly. Y'all just understand that he was speaking in parables. And it wasn't time, because the scriptures say that there's going to come a time where he shall no more speak to us in parables. He's going to be able to, you're going to actually ask the Most High a question. He ain't going to be like, go around the corner and search and see if you find. You know, you're gonna be like, no, it's right here. You know, that's how it's gonna be. But y'all people just couldn't understand that because it was only given to a certain people or a certain number too. But even at that, when he was saying these things, I was trying to get at, even when he was saying these parables, it was still earthly. They were still able to be understood by earthly things.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2. Verse 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet himself is judge of no man.
There you go. The reason you can't receive these things because your discernment's off. You don't have no discernment. You're spiritually discerned. Again, carnal. You don't have no. You're not spiritual at all. And again, who's the spiritual one? Who's the one who's troubled? Who's the one going through hell, constantly trying to amend their ways, constantly trying to stay right? The elect, the men of the Lord, the ones out there signing the crime. Those are the spiritual ones, and those are the ones that understand spiritual things. But it says that the natural man receives them not because they're foolishness to him. Okay, yeah, okay, well there, because they're, like it said in 1 Corinthians, I think chapter 8, or no, I think it's chapter 8, or no, Romans chapter 8. Yeah, to be carnal-minded, but the spirit, the things of the spirit, recognize the spirit, the things of the flesh are for the flesh. You know, that's why you can't get spiritual things. And again, going back to that one we just talked about a minute before, y'all couldn't even understand. Like, I wish I asked y'all, why is it you cannot hear my speech? It's because you're not hearing on me and my Father. You know, and like, you know, chapter is the magic is like, where it says that he has given the things for the wise and the prudent. You know, like, I'm trying to get across that y'all people, we're speaking to y'all. Going back to Ezekiel and all that, we're speaking to you in a language, man, that you can understand. We're speaking to you, coming to you in its simplicity. But y'all can't understand it still.
Matthew 11:25. At that time, Yahweh answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and has revealed them unto babes.
And he's revealed these things unto babes. People, man, they can be full-grown men, but they understand, but they're still babes. And that's the thing y'all can't get in your minds. The Most High speaks. You gotta take your time. And you speak to a baby. What do you do with the baby? You don't act all crazy with it. You hold him, you nurture him, you raise him up when he falls and trips. You hold him again to where he feels comfortable with you. That's what the Most High was always doing. But because of how wicked y'all were, all these things that were righteous were just constantly condemning y'all. And y'all couldn't receive them. And like I said in John, that when y'all heard the word, y'all saw it as evil because you knew yourself your deeds were evil. But that's what y'all can't understand. The Most High is coming to y'all in a state of simplicity, in a simple way, to where he's just straight up telling you the answers, but you don't understand. But I'm gonna read it real quick in Romans. Romans 8 and 6 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. And we already know that this is a faithless and perverse generation. We already know that, like I said in Jeremiah, that truth faileth, truth is fallen in the streets, and equity cannot enter. So what else? If there's no spiritual things in here, what else is left? Carnal things, the things of the flesh. And we already know, pursuing 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, that this place is that this whole society is being run by worldly things, being run by the world, the actual wicked world state. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh. Oh, that was it. But it says that, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So that's why you can't receive it. That's why you can't, like we would always make an example by the truth, how that like, like an example, what's 2 plus 2 is 4, right? That's truth. That's easy to understand. That's pretty much what we're saying to y'all people right now, because that's how truth is. That's how truth really is. It's just straightforward. We got like again going back to everything we were saying. Y'all people's minds are just so decayed and wicked. I can't understand it.
I got a scripture right here. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 30. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish. But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved. No man also having drunk old wine straightway desireth new, for he saith the old is better.
And that's another thing, is that y'all are already filled up. Y'all already filled up. You know how they do it today? Like it used to be where the Most High, when the old things, when old times were here, y'all had vessels, but y'all had bottle caps, pretty much. Y'all had corks, you know, and that was it. You just put the cork in, you drink it later. But now what do they do today in the assembly lines? They got the bottle of wine, they get the cork, but they make sure the cork is all the way down there to where you have to have a device to take it out, and then they put a plastic wrapping around it. You know, it's like they made it harder. It's like the spirit on y'all people, y'all made it harder to open that bottle to where you can't pour anything out. You know, you saran wrap or whatever. But that's how y'all people's bodies are today. Like we were saying, when life tries to hit you or tries to go into you, those demons in you already it sees it, and it'll just build up another wall of corruption in y'all. So y'all can't receive it. Otherwise y'all break. You know, like I was watching real quick, I was watching that movie The Conjuring. I watched it the other day, and there was a part I talked to Kazak about.